Hey y'all, it is like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I literally just recorded my makeup class for cakewalk, cause um I didn't have the time to do cakewalk, um and I feel like I already said this before, but I feel like I'm burning out. So yeah. Anyway, um just a little bit of information. For some reason, my coach suddenly wanted to switch back to task one of writing. So, oh my god, fucking dog barking. Hopefully my mic doesn't pick that up. But yeah, my coach suddenly switched back to task one, so I'm going to write out on task one. Again, it's going to be another no mic for the rest of the recording. So yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I guess. Okay, I wanted to do like no mic, but I mean, I didn't think that I would finish all my work so soon. I already finished all my writing work, and I did like one word of this, which I need to do more. I think I might need to do two more, but right now, these 10 words, these 10 terms, I'm going to try my best to utilize these terms uh, in my part 2 speaking because okay, where's my phone? Sorry, it's still late, so I don't want to raise my voice too much. Let me just notes. I'm a little bit tired. I feel like I'm about to pass out, but I'm gonna try my best to like last a little bit longer because it's almost 6 a.m. and I'm gonna get breakfast and then I'll sleep by then. But anyway, speaking, um, all right, I got my topics here. Let's see, teaches this. Blah, blah, blah. Part two. Man, there we go. Part two. All right, I'm going to use these like words and I'm gonna apply them in my part two speaking because part two is probably the hardest part because part two asks a lot of mundane topics and I think I'm okay with doing part one and part three because after my session with um, the 8.5 band coach, after my session with him, he I asked that if which part of the speaking test would be easier to like manipulate my way in like is easier for me to manage, and then he said that it's all up to preferences. And after I had done part three with him, is I think that I'm pretty decent at part three, so I don't need to worry about that too much. But part two is gonna be ass. Part two is literally one of the worst fucking parts in the whole thing. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let me just change that for this. Yep. This is the speaking thingy. Yep. So I think I know how I should improve this file. Okay, and this is the work. This is going to be part two, part one, part two. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need to categorize these. I think this one talks about school. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I think this is about childhood. Actually, it doesn't seem like it's about childhood. It seems like it's about like emotion. Evenings, family, food, happiness. I don't think it's about happiness. Okay, I'm not sure which topic this is from. Not sure where this belongs, but I feel like it's a combination of like certain topics here. Like, okay, first of all, it's definitely study. Second of all, is childhood. Third of all, is Mm, I guess that's it. That's the only two that I can think of. Anyway. Yeah. This. Do this. Mm, 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 mm. Alright, I'm gonna have to type this out. Okay. Right. And time. Okay. So, timer. The way this works is that I will have 1 minute to read this and to prepare, and then I have 2 minutes to talk about this. So the general advice when you're doing speaking part two is that you need to speak within 1 minute and 45 seconds up to 2 minutes. So that's the between time frame that you should most definitely hit. If you're under that, the examiner will ask you more questions. If you're over that, you will get like your points will get deducted. I don't know how much they would deduct my points, but generally it is, yeah, it is around that basically. All right. My time starts now. And that's time. All right. Now my time starts now. Hmm. So my memory is a little bit hazy, but I'll try my best to conjure up a decent synopsis of what had happened to me when I was in middle school. Funny thing is, there's this supervisor that was in charge of my class, and he was supposed to be available during the period, but for some reason he had an errand that he needed to take care of, and my class was left unattended. Um, but because the bell rang. So because the bell rang, everybody has to go home, and I couldn't wait for the teacher anymore. I had to go back and prepare for my cram classes. Um, so I went home before the teacher can come back. And just so you know, the next morning, something terrible happened. Something that I would never expect that I would that it would happen to me in my entire life. Because I was an obedient student. I didn't never get myself in trouble. I would never I would never like intentionally do something bad. And for some reason, at 7:30 in the morning, the supervisor called me to their office, and I had to like walk down, and then I met the supervisor, and he tear me apart. I was literally so afraid. I was uh because the supervisor always exacerbate the situation every time a student's done something wrong. And all I did was went home just at the right moment when the bell rang. So yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense that he would yell at me for doing something like that. But he did said that I shouldn't be going home without supervision from the PE teacher. So yeah, that was probably one of the moments that I felt so distraught that I literally I was literally down the dumps after I got yelled at, and I had to hold in my emotions, and then I continued my day as usual. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Holy crap. Yeah, that was not good. I did 3 minutes. I think I over detailed it too much. Okay, so my timing was at 3 minutes and 04 seconds. Yeah, this is why it is so difficult to do part two, because you had to tell like a decent enough story, but you had to say it real quick. And if you don't, your time is gonna be over. I mean, your time is going to like you're going to surpass the limit time that you're given. Yeah, it's really fucking hard, because if I'm telling a story, if I'm telling a story, I gotta tell it properly, and I don't want to like slur my words. I want to like make it interesting. So yeah, it's very difficult to do it in a way that would be within the time frame. But okay, let's just give it another try, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, time starts. Time starts now. Man, there was this one time that honestly I felt like that I didn't deserve it, but here it goes. So the thing is, um, before the punishment happened, I had, oh my god, my brain. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Wait. I need to reset. My brain is literally so hazy right now that I can't even think. I can't even like made up a story. Even though this is a real story, I want to do like a good job at saying just enough within 2 minutes, and I have to time myself as well. Okay, sorry, give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna restart again. Time starts now. Okay, my memory is a little bit hazy on the details, but I'll try my best to conjure up as much as I can. But I'll tell you what, there's this one time that I got yelled at by my school supervisor. So my school has a supervisor, and his job is to basically monitor students in the whole school. So yeah, and it just so happened that he was my PE teacher. So the day that uh we had PE, I think he had to run an errand and he didn't have the time to like look over or look after our class. Um, but the bell rang, so we had to go home, and I had to go to cram class. So I didn't like wait for him to come back. So yeah, I just went home and continued on with my life. But the next morning at 7:30 a.m., something terrible happened to me. I was called by the supervisor to go down to the office. I ran down, and during that time, I felt like holy crap! I've never been in trouble before. I've never gotten in trouble before, and I didn't know what to react. I thought that there were like the supervisor wanted to talk to me about something, or maybe there was an issue that they wanted to discuss. When I went down, they tear me a new one. I tell you what, they literally yelled at me because I gone home early and I didn't even know that it was a problem. And honestly, I feel like I didn't deserve that. So yeah, after I got yelled at, he he literally said, "Okay, go back." This kid. He literally said that. He literally like said it in such a snarky attitude. I felt so angry, and I felt like I was about to cry because I've never been in trouble before. I never been called to the office before. So yeah, that's literally one of the worst moments that had happened to me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, again, shit. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That is still too much. What the fuck? That was terrible. How the fuck do people even do this shit? You literally have 2 minutes to talk about your, like, fuck, fucking shit, fucking hate IELTs. And IELTs can go fuck themselves. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm over explaining myself, and maybe I repeat too much. Okay, let's just take my time. This time, I want to take my time, and I want to like answer just enough. And I want to add one more thing. I want to add intention. Intention? Intention. I add intention. There we go. Okay, I just need to set these amount of information, and then I'm good. I don't know how many sentences that I need to say to reach like within 2 minutes. So I'm gonna try my best. Anyway, let's do that one more time. This is the last time, by the way. If I can't improve on part 2, then I just wanna fucking kill myself. Like fucking shit. I fucking piece of fucking cunt ass shit. Fucking hate this fucking exam. Whoever created the IELTS exam, I hope they fucking kill themselves. God, sorry. Sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. I hope they fucking die. I hope their ancestor fucking dies. Okay. I didn't feel better, even if I was insulting the whole ancestor of the person who created IELTS. I don't feel better at all, but At least I had some clarity. Anyway, let's just start. Okay, time starts now. Man, I'll tell you what, there was this one time that I felt like I didn't deserve what I gotten. Because back in middle school, I got called to the supervisor's office. Supervisor is basically a job that like that people no sorry fuck holy shit, why am I explaining what the fuck supervisors are? Fuck, my brain hurts. I need to relax. I need to relax. Okay, not enough oxygen went to my brain, which is why I'm slurring my words and I'm like overthinking it. All right, let's start. So there was this one time that I felt like I didn't deserve the punishment, and it happened when I was in middle school. I was in sixth grade, and my PE teacher had some business that he had to attend to. But the bell rang afterwards. So we honestly, my class didn't really want to wait, so we all just went home, and I had cram class, so I had a reason to go home. But the next morning, the supervisor called my name, and I had to go down to the office. Usually, whenever you're called by the supervisors, it's either you're in trouble, or they need you to sign something, or they just require the class president to do something for them. But it was definitely the former reason for why they called me. I was yelled at by those supervisors. They have a tendency, I tell you what, I think that they have a tendency to exacerbate the situation because they really dislike children's to the point where one of the supervisors would hit the students in the butt and the student would get bruises. That's like when I was called down, I was so afraid that I feel like I feel like something there must be something like catastrophic that happened. But yeah, I was called down and I was literally teared apart. I was yelled at by them, and I feel like I didn't really do anything wrong because the bell rang and I had to go home. And but they just yelled at me. They said that I am being unreasonable. So yeah, that's one of the first time that I've ever been yelled at, and with no good reason at all. So yeah, okay. So okay, not bad. I did a little bit better. My third attempt, I got 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So what did I say, and if it's decent or not? First of all, I use one of the words that was in the C1 C2 myriads of like vocabularies. I use the word exacerbate, which means exacerbate means to make a situation, like to make a bad situation much more worse. So yeah, I'm pretty much nailed it. Cause no, it's actually a true story. Cause they're oh my god, I'm gonna tell you guys this, and it's gonna sound so crazy to like most of you Westerners, but it is literally the most normal thing in Southeast Asia. Like supervisors, I'm not sure about the actual job position in the school. I think they're called deans. I'm not really sure, but I understood it as supervisors. And those fucking guys, their job is to literally monitor and control classes, control the whole school. Like whatever they say, all of the fucking every fucking students has to fucking listen to them, and it doesn't even matter if like it doesn't even matter if you're a good student. They would literally make things worse. Even if you followed the rules, even if I went home when the bell rang, which adoy, of course you're gonna have to do that. You would still get hit or yelled at, or like you have to write a letter back to your parents, so your parents would like fucking sign it. It is fucking absolutely ridiculous, and I think that the biggest difference from Southeast Asia to Western cultures um is the fact that in Southeast Asia, students would literally get like physically abused. So yeah, I got hit like a few times before with a pipe by one of the supervisors. And guess what? That fucking guy was offered a job in America. So yeah, by the time I was in 8th grade, he was already gone. So it was sent off to America, and I've never seen him ever. even like even up until now, I have never heard anyone talk about that guy. But in my generation, that guy's literally famous. He's not even famous; he's infamous. So yeah. Anyway, so okay. The bad thing is, I went over 2 minutes, which is not good. And another reason is that in my practice with the coach, I also went over 5 seconds. So yeah. I mean, my story was solid, and there were parts that I talked about that make sense, that make the story feels whole. But I think it's still a little bit too much, and I guess I should like maybe talk a bit faster, or maybe omit a few details. Like I don't have to like say that um they would hit children. I think that's the detail that's the detail that I need to remove. But yeah, overall, not bad. My third attempt, not bad. Yeah. Alright. Alright, that's it for today. I got like 10 minutes left, but I don't really care. I already like put all of my efforts into my practices, and I'm very happy about that. Honestly, I'm very happy for the fact that I used the word exacerbated in a speaking part 2 test, which is very, very nice. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you guys. Well, I mean, I had to draw tonight. So I guess I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Remember, guys, embrace yourself. Love what you do what you love, do your best to be the better you. I always forget this part. Something something never ends. Oh yeah, learning never ends. Learning never ends. Ending means quitting. So just fail and try again.